Hello, Gemini. Welcome to your weekly reading. This is going to be for this week, so the 18th to the 24th of September. So let's dive straight into it. I am doing things a little bit differently. So I do have a different spread that I want to use today. So let me know. I need your feedback, Gemini. And I trust your feedback. So let me know what you think about it. But for now, let's just jump straight in, all right? I'm gonna do even this shuffling different, so I usually like to let it jump out, but as we're willing to change some things and experiment, I'm just gonna split into 3, and then I'm gonna put them back together in a different order, and then we're just gonna pull it out into the spreads that we need to. All right, for Gemini, yeah, something significant about your eye. It might be your, like, yeah, I'm still doing this, like left or right. It's your left eye for some of you. Or maybe you just need glasses. Maybe that eye is weaker than the others. And for those asking about my accent, it's supposed to be British, but it has a life of its own. It kind of like absorbs everyone's accent, so I don't know. Okie dokie, let's see what's coming up for you guys. So let me just have a quick look for myself, and then I will show you and talk about it. All right. Okay, well, let's go ahead and talk about it. So your past energy that may be influencing you this week is the 8 of Wands. So this could be some communication that you received previously, whether that is, I'm actually gonna, let me clarify that. Because that is kind of very vague. So let's see, what is this 8 of Wands and what can it represent, please, in terms of the past and how it's influencing Geminis this week? Interesting. Whatever this message is something that may have something to do with competition. Maybe some arguments. I feel like things, okay, so what they're showing me is that things are resolving themselves from potentially some sort of argument that may have happened. Like, I think that's resolved now, but you are still a little bit defensive, or you still have your guard up against whatever this is. Like, it does still impact you in a sense that this 5 of Wands may be over with. That's the conflict, that's the competition, that's the arguing, whatever it is. But the 9 of Wands is where you currently are at now, and I'll explain why. It's already in your reading, so that's why I'm saying that's you now. 9 of Wands, nothing wrong with it, especially if you've been through a conflicting stage in your life, even if it's just that. It's coming to an end, but you are kind of like prepared for things to still go wrong, because you know what it's like for it to go wrong, and you'd rather be prepared, over-prepared than under-prepared. So I do understand that. It's to do with things changing. It feels like this 8 of Wands is about things moving forward smoothly now. So whether you kind of reconciled that situation or moved on from it, it does feel like there are opportunities coming away, but it feels like the way that you look at love or relationships is a bit different now, with that Hanged Man feeling a little bit stuck when it comes down to relationships with people because of a past situation or a past conflict that may have happened, or maybe a current dynamic is kind of like being put at a standstill because of something that was said before. Okay, that's something that is coming up here, but I think there's something to work on, because you do have the 2 of Cups in your current energy. Some of you, there may have been some job opportunities that were there in the past as well. I kind of feel like life is starting to speed up for you because of that 8 of Wands being there. So it still will be. You have the 2 of Cups in your present positions. This is about soulmate. This is about a relationship for some of you. This could be someone in particular. For those of you who I'm speaking to, that's already in your life. Could even be a co-worker for a lot of you as well. 2 of Cups is just somebody who you click with. It's a soulmate card, but soulmate doesn't just have to be to do with lovers. It could definitely be to do with just people that you can resonate with on some level, or have some significance in your life in one way or another, or maybe used to. Let's clarify the 2 of Cups in the present situation. You have Justice. Okay, so for some of you, yeah, we have that 6 of Cups there. So that's the nostalgia, that's the past. Gemini, you have the Justice and a 7 of Swords. Now, 7 of Swords, of course, can be lying, cheating, stealing. It could be about sneaky behavior. It could be about self-sabotage as well. So I can't be Can't tell everyone that they're being cheated on, because that does not mean, that's not the case with the Seven of Swords. But what it is that it feels like some justice is coming to a situation that happened to you. As you can see, these 2 cups have happened here. For some of you, and I know some of you are going to get triggered, it may not be for all of you, so please don't come at me, Geminis. I love you. Please don't do that. But it feels like there may be a discussion about both of you having an impact in whatever argument that may have happened. This may be about the both of you kind of coming to a balanced conclusion because of the Seven of Swords. Let's clarify that a bit more. This is, again, someone that you have history with, childhood friend, soulmate, whatever it is. 6 of Cups, again, is someone you've been with for a while. Can you clarify the Justice and the 7 of Swords? This does feel like a conversation, so whether you're in contact with this person or not, it is in your present here. This person may be reaching out to you, or may already have. Or again, this may be a conversation that will be had. All right, clarify the Justice and 7 of Swords with this 2 of Cups. Ace of Cups. Some of you, somebody, there is a new start at hand with this person. I would say I can't give it solid advice here, only because it depends on what this person did, of course. Like, for those of you, you may not want this person already, but I'm just here to say that it's very likely with this combination of cards here that somebody may be trying to get back in your good books. It's up to you to decide and use the lesson that you learned in a situation to decide whether that's good for you or not. 7 of Swords, someone could still be manipulative. You may be dealing with a manipulative friend or love interest, ex, whatever it is. Justice is kind of coming in saying that maybe you see the truth now for what it is. So again, given that you know now the truth, you can make your own discernment on that decision, okay? All right. What your higher self wants you to step into, my lovely Geminis, is the energy of the King of Pentacles. All right, so this is about being in a stable position, knowing your worth, knowing who you are, maybe paying more attention to your finances. This is it's a good time for savings, working on a savings, working for I always want to say longevity of things. So in terms of your future, practically being in this King of Pentacles, thinking about your future, thinking about where you want to settle down, what kind of person you want to settle down with, what kind of possessions you want to have, what do you need to do now to be able to get there, because your dreams are completely possible for you. So it's just about your mindset and how you act on that and how you act in your present. And is that going to get you there? So King of Pentacles is good. I think completely possible, but just pay attention to your finances and pay attention to the decisions that you make. You are a very loyal person. You're stepping into this very loyal energy with the King of Pentacles. So what they're asking you to do is to embody that. And if people are not aligned to that energy, then maybe it's a good time to let them go. It's a good time to block that energy. Or if they are in line with that, then it's a good time to bring them in. I think everyone can make mistakes. 7 of Swords could just be self-sabotaging mistakes, but have they changed, or how bad was the mistake, of course. So use your own discernment here, Gemini, because I can't see exactly what it is. I just know that there has been something that hurt the both of you, is what it feels like. That's what they're saying, at least. Justice is coming in, could be a Libra, but it's just in the sense that things are going to be balanced out between these 2 cups. Could just be a conversation to go, okay, yeah, sure, this happened, that happened. I don't want part of it anymore, but I'm glad we had this discussion, like glad we cleared the air or whatever. Or you can just block it. It's up to you. But it does feel like this person is going to come through trying to start a new beginning, trying to offer love to the table. It's up to you whether you take it or not. What might be I don't know why I'm shuffling, but like force of habit. But what might be blocking this King of Pentacles, blocking you from achieving what your higher self wants you to step into, is this 9 of Wands. So again, is this feeling of betrayal? Is that feeling of like, but what if things go wrong? What if I can't do that? Pay attention to your decision making also. Pay attention to what you are guarded to. I think there is this like super hypervigilance going on here in your reading, Gemini, where you may just be really like unopen to new things because you're fearful of whether, again, there's a bit of trust issues coming in your reading, which I understand. Take your time with your decisions. King of Pentacles takes his time. He is the longest, like the slowest moving element here, so it takes its time. So step into that energy. It's okay to take your time, but just be a little bit more open-minded about what you're actually blocking yourself off to by being this closed off. All right, it's okay to protect yourself, of course. Completely fine. But sometimes when we close the doors completely shut, we lock ourselves away, and we block our own blessings from time to time. So just pay attention to that. All right, pay attention to maybe reacting before responding. It's good to respond. When we react, it's based off of triggers. So again, what we don't want to do is react. We want to respond, or respond accordingly, even if that's just to do with blocking somebody. All right, or blocking an energy in your external surroundings. What may be influencing you within this week is a little bit of unexpectedness. So that's kind of mysterious even for me. The Wheel of Fortune is about blessings, so it's a good thing overall. It's saying that things are moving in your favor in terms of your environment. So some of you, that could be physical movement. It feels like there has been a bit of like unexpectedness when it comes down to your home situation, your stability in your life. You feel a little bit unstable, a little bit like, I don't really know what's going to be thrown my way or where I'm going to end up. But the Wheel of Fortune is going to bring in a blessing. So even though it looks a bit mysterious right now, it is going to move forward in your favor, which is lovely. In terms of some personal things, and the personal energy that you guys are embodying this week that may be influencing you, it's the King of Wands. So this is good. This is good in terms of creativity. This is good in terms of being able to adapt, being able to evolve, being able to show strength and fortitude and courage. A really good time to be creative. So whether that's hobbies, this is a good time to create passions, maybe into financial rewards, or just to live your life. The King of Wands is a good energy with those things. One thing I do want to say, and if it doesn't resonate, then it doesn't resonate, Gemini, but for some of you, you might need to hear that King of Wands can sometimes be a little bit arrogant. So again, make sure you're not being closed-minded. King of Wands can also be a little bit sensitive to criticism because it hurts the ego. So just make sure that we have our ego kept here, because you will be successful because of these traits that you have, but there may also be a little bit of like a downside to the King of Wands energy, and because this isn't a card of blockages. So make sure that we're not being too prideful. You have great characteristics and you are a great person, but just make sure that we're not make sure that we're not blind to see that's an impact that we may have on certain people because of this energy. If it's used for, arrogance or anything like that. If you know for certain that you're not, then that's not your message. It's okay. It's okay. It's all good. Something that you don't see coming, something that may be hidden from you right now, is the Six of Wands. So something that you don't see coming is some sort of promotion. Some of you could be getting into the limelight a little bit, which is lovely for you, Gemini. This is some sort of recognition for the work that you have done, for the difficulty that you've been through. So whether you are just getting a lot of admirers at this time, or whether you're just feeling very lucky, it will come as something as a bit of a surprise for you this week. Maybe you'll be pulled into the office here and promoted, or there will be like a sense of achievement this week that you did not expect. Something may be happening sooner than you expected that feels more to do with work, okay? But you are going to be feeling very proud of yourself, which is good. Completely great. All right. In the near future, you have the Six of Swords. You guys could be taking a vacation or a trip in the near future, okay? Six of Swords in the next 6 days, I'm hearing, but, that's not for everybody. Six of Swords is saying in the near future, what you'll be finding is that you're going to be moving away from a lot more chaos and into calmer waters. So even though things are a bit unexpected, you are going to find land. That's what this card is about. You are a bit on a journey still and probably will be going on another journey. But it's a better journey. It's one where things are calm, things are stable, things are more predictable, and you'll be able to settle down a little bit more, which is something that I feel like you need. In a distant future, you then have the Ten of Cups. So this is very good in terms of your relationships and also maybe family situations. I really do see a lot of happiness in terms of love. For a lot of you, for some of you, it is a connection you're in that is just facing a few struggles. I do think that there is going to be that conversation that we said, ones where we understand our differences, one where we understand our part that we played in a story, and then maybe a very happy ending with that, by the way. It may not seem that way now, or it may not seem very predictable right now, but it will happen. But or you just have a very beautiful relationship. Others of you, you may be moving and finding a relationship outside of where you currently are located. Or it's after we kind of move away from chaos and more into predictability that you'll be able to settle down. Either way, 10 of Cups is happiness, all right? And finally feeling super, I'm hearing connected to your roots. So again, it's that grounded energy. Something that you need to hear as some advice of what to hear and do, sorry for you, Gemini, is 7 of Cups. So just pay attention. What's very important with this is that you will have options around you, Gemini, and life is full of choices. It's like the butterfly effect is what's coming to my mind. Not all of them are good, not all of them are bad either. Sometimes we just need to make sure that how we're looking at it is in a very clear way. We're not making decisions based off of impulse. We're not making decisions based off of ego. We're not using a mask, all right? We're not doing what we think other people want us to do. We're doing it because we believe in it. We're doing it because we're drawn towards it. We're doing it because we know that this is the right thing for us. So if you don't know, if you don't have any clarity, then just be careful about the decisions that you make when you're in that state. Also, try not to overthink things. I know this card is not specifically about overthinking, but sometimes it is about overcomplicating and getting ourselves confused, and then kind of fearing that if we make the wrong decision, this dragon is just going to come up and just eat us. Basically, it's like kind of about assuming the worst. Be careful of that energy. You will have choices, some of them very good, but just don't distort it. Don't get too confused, and make sure you take your time with it. All right. Well, my lovely angel, I'm hearing don't complicate things. You might even start off with a few cups, which is good, but it can turn bad if we don't know when to everything in moderation is what I'm hearing for you, Gemini. All right, don't go excessive in whatever. I don't know what they're saying exactly about that. It's to do with that 7 of Cups. Alrighty, my angel Gemini, I love you guys. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you guys next time. And let me know how you like the spread, alright?